Just watch, I'm gonna start editing this and realize I forgot a bunch of stuff. This week I did nothing interesting because I was sick and I was at school. I have been so proud of myself for keeping up my weekly upload streak for the last few weeks. A moment of silence for all the snap streaks that have been broken because of me. I'm sorry. What's going on with my shirt? Anyway, seeing as I didn't do anything particularly interesting because I was at school, I thought I would take the time today to talk about school. In fact, I am actually at school right now, in my study session, studying. This video is going to have a lot of echo because this room has terrible acoustics. But that's okay. I really should write notes because I have no idea what I'm talking about right now. Shoes. Let's talk about shoes. When you enter a school. When you enter the school, you cannot wear your outdoor shoes because Japanese people don't like wearing shoes inside, but obviously you have to wear shoes. So what do we wear? We change our shoes into these. These things are incredibly uncomfortable and these are way too big for me. The ones I had before them were way too small. So, did you hear that? It just fell off my foot. They're too big. Random unexplained costume change, and it's story time. So 3 years ago we went to Shizuoka we went to Japan for 2 weeks, and the first week we were in Shizuoka. And we went to school in Shizuoka. Did I mention it was in Shizuoka? Anyway, so on the first day we went up onto the stage and we were introduced to the school. And as I was walking up the steps on the stage, I was wearing slippers, ow, just like this. And in my highest moment of that exchange trip, I tripped, I dropped my shoes, and everyone laughed at me. Guess what I do every single day? Here in Japan, I've been here 8 months, you'd think I'd figured it out by now. I trip on the stairs, I walk and my shoes fly off and hit someone, I'm always falling off, my shoes fall off my feet while I'm sitting. I'm not very good at this, at all. Not even a little bit. Back to the flannel! It's not even embarrassing anymore, it's just how I am. That's just part of my day now. I don't think I will ever get the hang of them. But they're great for taking off and throwing at people. Oh, so attractive. In Australia, students move from class to class. In Japan, the teachers move. So, except for specialised subjects like sport or computer lab where you have to be in a specific room, the students stay in their own classroom, their homeroom, and the teachers move around. Which is kind of cool because it means I get to be lazy and sit in the same room all day. But it also means that those classrooms, they're pretty plain. In Australia, like the geography room will have maps and geography posters, history room, like all the different classes will have their own decoration with that subject matter. But here it's just, look at this room. There's nothing in here. It's just plain and boring. That being said, this is the study room, so it doesn't really get used. This is just where they chuck me because they have no other place to put me. But all the other classrooms are the same. There's nothing on the walls. It's pretty boring. But I get to be lazy and I don't have to move around, so that's good. What's next? Blackboards! These are pretty cool. Let's draw stuff. Nope. No. Don't look at that. Ugh, that is the worst kanji I've ever drawn. That's supposed to mean school, but didn't look like that at all. Anyway, blackboards. I haven't seen these since I was in year 2 or 3. Really long blackboards. They start one end of the classroom and they go all the way around the other end. Which, I mean, it's kind of cool. In Australia, we have lunch and we have recess. And recess is like 20 minutes about. Lunch is about 40 minutes. Here in Japan, we don't have recess, but between every subject there is a 10-minute break to go to the toilet, get a drink, grab your stuff for the next session, and then there's a lunch break, but I think it's 30 minutes? I'm not sure. But it does mean that we have a bunch more break time than in Australia, which I am totally okay with. But during the class, in Australia, I got up to go to the toilet, get a drink during class all the time. But here, you can't do that. You're not allowed to leave during the class, so you have to go during those 10 minutes. Australia has... I mean, my school had pretty clean toilets. They were normal toilets. School toilets here are absolutely disgusting. If I can avoid using them, I will, because they're just... I don't want to go into too many gory details, but the women's bathrooms are... I have seen some things, let me tell you. Oh my god. Basically they're the drop toilets, like the squat toilets. And the students do all the cleaning here. That's another difference. In Australia we have cleaners that come in after school hours and vacuum the classrooms and clean the bathrooms. Here, after school, the students clean the classrooms. They wipe down the boards, sweep the floors, and hose down the bathrooms, which generally means the school is kind of dirty. Like, the school doesn't really get clean. The bathrooms don't really get clean. They just get hosed down every now and then. It's not... I don't want to bash on Japanese schools, but I think one difference, I mean, it's probably cost cutting. You don't have to pay cleaners, but I think Australian schools are generally better kept and much cleaner. But, you know, it teaches kids to be more responsible. They clean their own classroom and stuff like that. And I think Australian students can be quite lazy in that respect because they just make a mess and they're like, oh, the cleaners will tidy it up. So there's good points and bad points. After school clubs are pretty cool. They're a pretty big deal here in Japan. I'm in tea ceremony, Sadobu. But there are a whole bunch of other clubs. I mean, there's different sports, there's a bunch of culture ones, and most students are in at least one, sometimes two, and they're super crazy committed to them. Like, most people have club every second day. I only go once a week. In fact, I have club today. That's super cool. But yeah, they're crazy committed to club, which is really great. I mean, you make lots of friends that way and you learn new skills. In Australia, we didn't really have after-school clubs as such. I spent my last 2 years of high school at work, at the dance studio, or studying in the library after school. So, and I mean, a lot of people have outside of school sport clubs that they go to. But here in Japan, everything's at school. And if they're not at club after school, they're at juku, which is cram school. So basically you finish school, you go home, and then you go to a different school. So there's a lot of studying that happens here in Japan that doesn't happen in Australia. But Japanese students are very busy, a lot busier than Australian students. I'm sure that I have forgotten so many things. Uniform! Oh my god! You know why I forgot that? Because I'm not wearing it. My school's pretty lucky that we don't have a compulsory uniform. That's pretty rare in Japan. In fact, today was a uniform day, but I was sick yesterday, so I did not know. So I'm the only one not wearing a uniform today, which is great. Oh, I'm not the only one. But it's alright, I stand out anyway with this crazy bright coloured hair. But yeah, Japanese uniform. I was actually planning on wearing one today so that I could show you what it looks like. But I forgot. Zannen. Anyway, my uniform's pretty... There's two different types of uniform that I've noticed from the girls' uniform. I don't know anything about the guys' uniform because I don't pay attention. My uniform is just a plain button-up shirt that's the same as the one I wore in Australia, and like a little bow thingy. It's really cute. And then a pleat skirt. So it's pretty similar to private school uniforms in Australia. The other type is very anime, and they're totally adorable. They've got little cape thing at the back, little ribbon that comes down at the front. So cute. But I don't like wearing my uniform because it's really uncomfortable, and it makes me a target for unwanted attention. That, or people see me, I'm very clearly not Japanese, so people see me, and if I'm not with a group with other Japanese students in uniform, they immediately assume that I'm cosplaying and laugh at me behind my back, unknowing that I can understand what they're saying. And my favorite thing, there have been a few times when I've heard someone say, I wonder if she speaks Japanese, and I've just turned around and been like, yes, I do speak Japanese. And they were like, what? So I was pretty proud of those moments. It's kind of mean, actually. I shouldn't do that. But yeah, those are reasons that I don't wear the uniform very often. It is cute, but I don't like it. I don't feel safe in that uniform. And people stare at me a lot more when I wear the uniform, because they're probably wondering why I'm in the uniform. Or, you're terrible at cosplaying, what are you doing? So here's me in my flannel and jeans, being super comfy. I would wear pyjamas if it was socially acceptable, but it's not. Damn it. A lot of students choose to wear the uniform anyway, or because it's just easier, and some days I do that too because I just can't be bothered picking out clothes. Or what I see a lot of girls at this school do is they just wear the skirt and a normal top, or they change the ribbon that they wear. Guys, I'm not even joking. This school from the outside looks like it's come directly out of a horror anime. Like, there's a whole building with all the windows boarded up, and I have no idea why. It's terrifying. This is my school. I'm telling you, this place is haunted. It looks like something out of a zombie apocalypse movie. Check this out. No idea what's in this building. But I don't think we're allowed in there. All the windows are all boarded up on the first floor. Creepy as fuck. That's the actual school, and that's the zombie locker. Or whatever. Time to get lost in the maze that is Sumiyoshi. What do you think of Japanese school?
It's okay.
It's okay? Is it better or worse than American school?
I think it's a little better. It's a little more laid back.
Yeah. Wait, laid back?
Yeah, they don't have as much. They don't have like half as much homework as us. America. I don't know. The students are not as laid back. The school is more laid back.
Oh, okay. Japanese students are hella strict. I should go to class. You go to class. Have fun. Bye. 日本の学校はどうと思う？
日本の学校どう思う？
どう？ How is Japanese school?
スリーピ
Sleepy.
ー楽しい楽しい
あー、忘れた。I forgot.
だけどちっちゃいよね、外国より、これめっちゃ美味しいこれ食べて Good
食べこぼがない。
さつまいもある
Japanese
オーストラリアにアイス
Ice cream. Sweet potato flavored ice cream.
Oh.
No.
美味しいよ
I totally forgot. We're allowed to sleep in class. It's brilliant. It's absolutely bloody amazing. Let me just get my... Shit. This is fucking terrible. Alright, let's do this a little bit better. Ga. Oops. Already fucked it up. Oh fuck. Never mind. How do I draw this kanji? I see this every day. Why do I... This way. And another little hat. And the kanji for dad. Gakko. It's still fucking terrible. And I will never do that again. That was super cool. Oh fuck. Don't do that. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Why are there so many goddamn stairs? Kaino Gakirai! Am I lost? I think I'm lost. God dang it. It's impossible to get open. It's really dark in here. There's a flag. Don't know what that's doing in there. Time to swap out the shoes. Bye, slippers. I will trip over you no longer. I'm telling you, the school is haunted. These doors. Of course, they don't do it now. As soon as I get the camera out, these doors have been rattling so much while I've been trying to record. I'm so scared. The window's not open. The fan isn't on. How? I don't understand. Everything makes noise. Everything makes